Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to see my latest video tutorial. Now, in today's tutorial, we're going to be looking at 5 ways on how you can maximize and optimize your 8,000 plus AI image gallery, because that's the amount that you can expect after a month of having a Midjourney subscription. So guys, I hope you're excited as much as I am, and let's get started. Guys, so before we delve into tip number one, I just wanted to briefly introduce you to my channel. My name is Ivana, and I am the creator and founder of small store called Express Prints, and I also have an Etsy store, and I've just launched on Amazon, but I'm not a big businesswoman, nothing like that. In fact, this isn't a get rich quick scheme. I'm still learning my ways around. I'm just really enjoying the AI process and the AI opportunities that we have. And I'm always thinking like, wow, what an exciting time to be alive. So guys, I am all about AI. I love to share my passion, obviously to share my passion with people who also are passionate about AI, because there's still so much negativity about this. And sort of like before we delve into the tip number one, I just want to show you, the AI tool that I work with and why I work with that tool. And I'm in no way affiliated with them, but I just find their quality of graphics and quality of turnout work the best. And I've tried probably all of them that are on the market. So I'm talking about the Midjourney. Midjourney is an AI application for images. So I love creating images. I've been with Midjourney on and off for 6 months. What I do, I sort of have a monthly subscription, and then I cancel for a couple of months, and then I sort of like work on my graphics. But you know what? We've come such a long way since I started. It's unbelievable. And I am so itching to get back to my subscription. So my last subscription was in May 2023. Now we are in June, and it's sort of like finished about 2 weeks ago. And I'm now sort of like focusing on basically editing my graphics and adding them to different designs. So this is what today's video is going to be about, because you are going to be left with this massive image library of AI images. And you do have this personal attachment to them. I mean, I do. So I sort of like want to use every one. And guys, don't forget that the images that I have in my library, which is here, just quickly show you. So these are my Midjourney images, May 2023. And I'll just quickly show you how big that file is. So if you go to properties, you can see it's got almost 11,000 images and 524 folders. So I'm quite organized. So this is what I'm going to be talking about in this video today, how organized you should be. Otherwise, guys, it's so overwhelming. But yeah, massive, massive file. And these are images that I picked. There were many of them that I sort of like discarded, because obviously Midjourney does like to play tricks on us. It gives people free hands for legs, so many teeth. Sometimes the images have so many teeth, but it's actually quite fun to see what it comes up with. But I focus on simple things. I like colors. I like watercolors, pencil drawings, and even though I have some unique images, I I know I'm not going to make a brand new discovery of images. No, because I like simple things. So this is what makes me happy. So guys, let's just quickly have a look at excuse me, Midjourney subscriptions. So when I first started, I think some sort of free trial. They scraped it now, but you know what? Midjourney is absolutely worth it. And I always go for monthly billing, because obviously I do month on, month off. Now I have tried this basic plan when I first started, guys. I got over. I've sort of used this basic plan in less than 2 days, because I was just so into it right away. This was like made for me. So you have, under basic plan, you have limited generations, so about 200 a month. Again, I got through that in a day. I literally didn't even sleep that first time. So I learned that I have to go for at least standard plan. So this is my plan that I go for. So it's 30 a month plus VAT for the UK. For the UK customers, I don't know how it is in other countries. I paid around $36, and it gives you these 15 hours fast generations and unlimited relaxed generations. So when I first started with this plan, I was sort of like using my fast hours first, And then I was quite annoyed at the relaxed hours because you do wait a long time for image to be created with the relaxed generations. But the last time in May, I sort of really got into a habit of using my relaxed generations first and saving my fast hours for when I was sure what I want to create. And also, don't forget that you are learning. So I think these relaxed generations are fantastic for that learning stage that everyone goes through, right? Because as easy as it sounds, it's not easy to create fantastic images, guys. You need to learn, and I'll share some prompts with you today. But it's really you following other, whether it's YouTubers or prompters, or go on Facebook and join some really good quality Midjourney groups that are out there. You probably will see by amount of people who are in that group and contributing to that group. So yeah, so it's all about learning. It's all about trying, testing, and the relaxed generations are perfect for that. And a month of subscription with Midjourney gave me this amount of obviously generations. And I'm not even talking about my other laptops because this is a new laptop. I literally just got this one as I was subscribing. I've got another laptop and I've got like maybe 20,000 images on my hard drive. So yeah, you do end up with a lot of graphics. And then what to do with them? It can be so overwhelming. So really early organization is absolutely the key. Right. So this is sort of probably all about the subscription. I have never gone for 60 a month, and then obviously when I have a full subscription again, which I'm really looking forward to, I will take you on a ride on how to create some fantastic images. Um, okay, guys. So again, back to my gallery. So when you are a paid member, you have access to your gallery, which sort of doesn't go away. I don't know whether you can still download it. Let's have a look. No, you can't. No, I can't upscale. But I've got the best ones already. Okay, guys. So this is all about the introduction. So the introduction stage would be really just sort of like you know introducing you to the image generation app that I love, and that's Midjourney. But I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but I just find them the best. There are so many free ones, I know, but I think Midjourney is where the magic happens, at least for me. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and we're going to go on to tip number one. Tip number one: plan what you would like to create and organize your images as soon as you start downloading them. Guys, so this is such a big tip that I have for you. First of all, before you even start sort of like doing your prompts and creating your images, decide which way to go. And it doesn't matter whether where you first start will change as you go along. That's part of the journey. That's what's so exciting about it. So this past month in May 2023, I started focusing on clip art, and I've created so many amazing clip art images. But then, like you always think, well, how best to scale your business? Because obviously, when you are selling these graphics, these clip art graphics on Etsy, there's so much competition. And it's very difficult to stand out. And I have been watching some AI creators on Etsy, how well they're doing, but they got really streamlined process. So the listings are coming in daily. They're sort of like really, really low in price. And I've also noticed, as the time goes on and they sort of have this customer base, they sort of like slowly update their prices. And this is a fantastic way to go. But I am the only person. I'm the only one. So I really need to think about, if I want to scale this business, how best to scale it. And that's of course a topic for another video, and I'm having a lot of discussions with ChatGPT about this. But yeah, at least have like a basic idea of what you want to focus on. And also, I think like when you are focusing on one category, and then it's sort of like you do get into like a swing of things, and you are really starting to get really creative with your prompts. That's what I found. So just very quickly, like decide whether you want to go for mag wraps or what you want to create. You want to create wall art. I have documents and documents of my prompts, so I'm always testing and trying different prompts, different sort of animation style. Look at this, like I love these nuggets of wisdom. Fantastic prompt: colored pencil and ink. And guys, I can't tell you how nice that was. So the three things that I would sort of focus on is, or I focus on in my work, its aspect ratio is very important. So, for example, when I'm going to create mag wraps, whether I'm going to be selling them on Etsy as for other artists and sublimation artists, or whether I'm going to be adding them to my own mag, I'm using this prompt. So this is aspect ratio. So this is how you would input it into Midjourney. So the two dashes AR, and then you've got a space 293,151. So that's aspect ratio for my guys. Now this was so hard to figure out. Like literally, I could not find it anywhere on the internet in the groups. So what I had to do, I sort of had to see sort of like I've downloaded a template from my gelato company store, my print on demand company, and then input those parameters into ChatGPT, and it made a few mistakes to start with because we were trying to, obviously for Midjourney, you need to put different details in. Aspect ratio works in a different way. So in the end, we came up with this, and this really works. So if you are doing mag wraps or doing your own mags, get this down. 293,151 is the perfect ratio, not only for 11 OZ max, but also for 15. And you know what? You can also use it for latte max, because obviously the image will not go as far as both sides up and down, but you can add so much to it. You can add text, and it's just lovely. So this is my perfect ratio for wrap around the bags, because it's nice and sort of like wide, and yeah, perfect ratio. Then I was sort of like creating wall art. That's something again that I'm sort of like really would love to get into. I don't know how. So wall art, like posters, again, so much competition, guys, out there. This again is not a get rich scheme, um, unless you have some really fantastic team behind you and there's quite a few heads working together. For me, it's not that. I'm just by myself. So my trusted partner is ChatGPT, and we are consulting everything. But what I'm also hoping to sort of like, start with POD company like Gelato, and then maybe like find my own printers, and that I will have a personal and professional relationship with, and maybe I'll be able to lower the prices and do it that way. I would also love to do murals. I've already got quite a few graphics when I was doing tiles with Midjourney. um, I can actually do the prompt for you. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in how to create tiles. I can actually pop some prompt into the comments. Excuse me, I think I need a little bit of coffee. I haven't got any. And then when I wanted to do generate clip art, the aspect ratio is very simple, 1:1. Or you don't have to you don't have to add this aspect ratio at all, because Midjourney is sort of like, if you don't add aspect ratio, it will simply do it in this aspect ratio anyway, guys. So these are my free go-to aspect ratios sort of prompts. I will pop them underneath this video, and you just copy them and input them exactly as you see into Midjourney. Okay, so let's just get rid of this. Okay, so I can't. Okay. Funny voice today. Yeah, so I've got endless documents, guys, with my prompting. Always trying something new. I'm loving it. Of course, I'm using ChatGPT in my prompts as well. Now, I will do another video on how to use ChatGPT with prompts and other things. But the problem with ChatGPT 3.5, the free version, is, like, it can be very flowery or ornate. It still works well, but I find ChatGPT 4, because you can sort of like give it a formula, and then it's sort of like it repeats the formula. It sort of sticks to the formula better than ChatGPT 3.5. But I've heard that with the latest Midjourney 5.2 that we have since 2 days ago, um, like literally the prompting got even easier, and people are just really fascinated by this zoom in and zoom out feature. So that means no more cut off heads, no more cut off houses, and a really exciting time. But as I said, I am out of subscription at the moment. Okay, guys, so let's take a look at how you can sort of organize your files. So as I mentioned before, I have started with clip art. So this was my very first clip art that I've been creating, thinking I'm going to do clip art for Etsy. Then sort of somewhere along the line, I've discovered other prompters who were doing other things, and I was thinking, well, maybe I can try some wallpapers. So I've actually been sort of creating some things for wallpapers. I mean, look at these. um, so there's a special prompt that you have to put into Midjourney to make sure that you actually do have a wallpaper design. And there's also a website where you can create wallpapers, so that will be another video. So guys, if you want this information, please subscribe now, because this video will be done shortly. And also comment below if you would love to see a video tutorial on how to create tiles with Midjourney, because that's another topic, but it's also fascinating. So I've done some of these. I mean, I like simple things, but I'm always trying new things. I'm definitely not someone who is going to make that viral image. But I do stick to nice things. Like I love my watercolors. These are also some of my wallpapers. So these basically images are not organized yet because I don't know what to do with them. I've got some lovely pianos, and I honestly don't know where I'm going to go with them. I mean, what do you think? Help me. If you have any ideas, help me. I would love to hear from you guys. So these are not organized because I was playing. Sometimes I see something and I'm like, oh, I want to try, like I want to sort of like prove to myself that I can do it as well. Um, yeah, so there's a lot that is not organized because I just don't know what I'm going to do with it. Am I going to turn it into wall mural? Am I going to offer it as a poster? What do people even like? This is the thing, isn't it? Like, how do I find out the trends? That's the difficult part. You can turn to ChatGPT about trends, but both versions have been only sort of like I believe fed the information until 2021, when was the cutoff for both versions. But then how do they know so much about Midjourney? So I don't know how this works. I really don't know, but it's fascinating. Keep going, ChatGPT. Okay, guys. So these are my wallpapers. I do have some amazing. So guys, so I will really definitely do another video tutorial on tiles, because I created some amazing tiles, guys, for wallpapers. I can't wait to show you. So these are again some images that could be for mugs or for this is a web page. So where are we? This could again be for mugs, for wall murals. I haven't decided yet. And of course, if I want to go with wall murals, you can see the aspect ratio here, right? So what do you think aspect ratio for this is? It's 3, those two dots, 2. Yeah. So you can sort of like, you will learn this is 1, 1, 1, 1. Aspect ratio 3.2. Absolutely stunning. Yeah. So I just need to figure out how to turn them, through which company to turn them into wall murals. As I mentioned in my previous video, I work with the print on demand company called Gelato, and they used to do wall murals. Uh, Luckily, they stopped it just as I was thinking about adding my murals to it, because you know what, I think for wall murals I have to go personally, check out the company, understand how it works first of all, and only then I can decide. Yeah. So, guys, you know what? I would just love to do videos on showing you what I've created, because I just love my images. So this again, I don't know what I would use this for. I would really, if you have any ideas, let me know, guys. Yeah. So let's just share. Let's just share what we create and talk about ideas. This is. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah. So playing, constantly developing. Yeah, so one category was wallpapers. For wallpapers, I was using 1:1 ratio, because you then sort of like either connect it, you connect those tiles either in a special program that I will do another video for. It's free of charge, or you can also connect it in Canva, and that's another thing that you can do. But again, that's a different video tutorial. But let me know if you're interested. Yeah, so as you can see here, I've got ton of sort of like a clip art that I need to, guys, if you see anything you like, please let me know and I can give it to you quickly, because I don't know when I'll sort of like start working on these. It's just, yeah, it's a lot. And then different categories that I have for mugs. So mug was something that I come across again on Etsy, and I loved the idea of it. The problem with mugs is that you will be left with so many images, because not only you can create that aspect ratio and have the mug already done for you, but then of course you have to edit it, clean it, and upscale it. But also every single thing from here can be used for mugs. So again, you have endless library. Yeah, literally, like, I don't need to do another subscription to Midjourney, because this will last me a lifetime. I'll be probably 90 when I finish with them. But yeah, I'm just in love with creation process. So I'm thinking, today we were discussing with ChatGPT this morning how to add like a custom designs on my webpage, where I'll be offering to create designs for customers, just so that I can get into that creative process. But also I need to figure out the way how to sort of like display these graphics quicker, because if I want to do it on Etsy, it really, guys, takes a long time to edit them, prepare them. Of course, these are large files, so I have to upload them to my Google Drive. And of course, just Etsy listings take such a long time to create. So if you see anything you love, please let me know in the comments, and we can hop onto the video call, and you can actually tell me what you love, and I will prepare them earlier. Then I've got some quill art, which I love. Look at these. Oh my god, I think I'm sort of like showing you what I've created, and oh my goodness, guys, let's get back to the tip, right? Okay, so the tip number one was, we're talking about how to organize your files. So organization is everything. Again, when I go to, oh, I started Udemy courses as well, so my first course is out now. Um, and then yeah, so let's just have a look at Max, because Max has got Max category has got a lot of where is it? Yeah, let me just find my Max. Oh yeah, Max. So as you can see, just the Mac category itself is a massive folder. So I've got some 3D flowers that I saw in sublimation groups people are always looking for. These are already on Etsy. Then I've got other flowers. So yeah, these are all basically, oh, how did I get out of there? So these are all specifically for mugs. So it's that aspect ratio 29 something to 151, and they are all ready. So I've got gnomes. So as you can see, they are all sort of like perfect. I love them. It's just, yeah. And as I said, it can be used for um, 11 OZ max, 15 OZ max, but it also can be used for latte max. Now these babies, I don't know what I'm going to do with. I don't know. I just love playing around with prompting, as you can see. Yeah. Oh my goodness, but it would be so perfect for the mug. But I don't know what I'm going to be using them for, and that's so exciting, because it's sort of like, you'll see what happens. Then I've got camping, loads of them here, so different mugs. Garden, I've already started working on a garden, so I've been again working with ChatGPT on some sayings. Okay, guys, so I will leave it here, because I would just be continuing to show you all day. But yes, as I mentioned, tip number one, big tip: plan and organize what you're going to create. Okay, let's go straight into tip number two. Tip number two: one image, many uses. Okay, guys, so not only are you left with like 8,000 plus image library after a month subscription, if you are passionate about it, and if you're learning, and if you're creating, but also don't forget that every single image that you download can be used in a variety of ways. And this is why it's so important to sort of like think in advance what you want your graphics to be used for. So the obvious sort of like a graphic that people can use in a variety of ways is, for example, clip art. So clip art, the type of clip art that I focus on are usually watercolors, but also pencil drawings. I've also been experimenting with cell animation, but that sort of tends to fill the whole picture with colors. So there's so many different art types that you can experiment with. Yeah. So for example, I'm not going to go that much into this tip, because I do have I think quite a good Canva tutorials on how to use clip art in a variety of designs. So you can take a look at how to create Halloween designs. So all these videos are ready for you to take a look at if you are interested in how to repurpose your designs. But I just want to show you, for example, I've been creating this. So this was like a design that I originally created as a raw as a clip art. So obviously this particular um, piece of art is sort of like background. I've removed the background and it's still quite lovely. It's still got that watercolor element. And then I've been using this for, well, I've been playing around with this for mag wrap. So this is a mag wrap. Let's see what size this is. So this is a mag wrap for 11 to 15 OZ mag. You can of course upscale it to 15 OZ. This is for 11. And I've been playing with different colors. Obviously this is a saying that means that we are cherishing our grandma's memories, and I've been playing with different backgrounds. As you can see, there's literally, that's what I mean, like one image and endless innovations and endless designs. So I think it's so hard, isn't it? Because we don't really know what clients are going to like unless we try and test it. So this is just something I've been sort of like focusing on and playing around with. These are again some of my Christmassy clip art, which was obviously the aspect ratio. You can see 1:1, and then I just sort of like added sayings to this. So I like this kind of like already finished sayings. These sayings that you can see in the middle, I get from Creative Fabrica. But also there's so many groups on Facebook where you can ask, and they sort of like the members do share whether it's clip art or mag wrap. So it's worth to join these Facebook groups and see what other people are designing, and like we all helping each other. You are not alone in this. But as I mentioned, I already have loads of videos on how to use clip art in different designs. So I don't want to go into that too much, but yes, this is something again that I've been sort of like doing a design for my sister. So this is for her two sons, and again, like you can. ChatGPT had been helping me with some sayings for these cakes, and I was even telling her, "Are we sure we want to do cakes for boys, who are sports mad and you know?" But yeah, and boys are very happy. So you can literally repurpose every single image in your gallery can be repurposed in so many ways. And if you are interested in anything particular that you would like to see um, how to do these images or how to repurpose your images, please pop your comment in underneath this video, and I will so because I love creating videos that you guys find really useful. So this is just something I've been playing around. Again, this is a mug wrap. You can do so many things with this, so let's say that if I want to duplicate this page, so I first want to remove this background. You can change colors, so let's see what kind of color we can have at the back. So we can do like a background, pastel colors. Yeah. So you've got graphics, photos, videos. Yeah. So loads and loads. Let's have a look what kind of, you know, photos we have in pastel colors here. So we can sort of add it to the background. Again, guys, Canva is such a simple, amazing tool that we can use. And again, I don't know, sort of like the limits in a free version, because it's been a long time since I've had one. But yeah, so let's just sort of like set image as a background. Yeah, so guys, of course, this is not how I would want it, but I'm just showing you what's possible. Then you can sort of like lower the transparency down for your mark. You can change color of this. Literally endless possibilities, guys. Yeah, so sort of to match the background, change all. Yeah, you can actually move this around as well. Yeah, we all cherish grandmothers, don't we? So guys, literally like you can do anything with these images. Of course, this Canva has another feature. It's got templates, so you can actually create cards. You can actually create, that's actually going to be tip number 5. You can create social media, video graphics. So guys, you know what? One image, many uses. Yeah, so you can sort of like look through different templates and then literally just add your text. So again, guys, I don't want to go too much into it because I do have this section on playlist and it's full of how to what to do with your clip art. But yeah, tip number two, which was one image, many uses. Let's go straight to tip number three. Welcome back to tip number three, guys. And in this tip, we're going to be talking about the importance of having seasonal graphics. So the tip is called Seasonal Graphics Guide. Now, I know there are some people who love seasonal graphics, some people who hate it with passion. I'm one of those, fortunately, that I absolutely love. And if it was up to me, I would be sort of like living in a period from September to end of December all year around because I simply love autumn and I love winter and of course everything that comes with it, Halloween, pumpkins, and then we have the Christmas. So I love that period, and to be honest, quite a lot of my time is spent on creating these graphics. Guys, as you know, I'm very new to this. So I'm not sort of like talking from years of experience. Probably, well, not probably, but there are other Etsy sellers that are much more experienced in seasonal graphics and when to start preparing your physical products or digital products. But I sort of like, even though I do keep on top of or try to keep on top of trends, I'm not that great at it, but I sort of still go with what I like. So on for example, on my Amazon store, which I only started 2 weeks ago, most of my products are actually Halloween mugs because I simply love them. But I also sort of like my Christmas graphics are already on my Etsy store. Let's just have a look quickly. Etsy. So I sort of don't, like I've been sort of like asking in the groups, like, guys, when is the right time to add these graphics? But you know what? I really don't. I don't mind. I sort of just do what makes me happy. So as you can see on my Etsy store, I have Christmas jars. Then I've got Christmas clip art. Then I've got this English cottage, which is also a snobby version. So I like everything to do with this. Also on my website, I have like this. Well, I'm still sort of like sorting out how to make best these categories and how to make it obvious for people what is what. But as you can see, loads of Halloween design, and I simply love this. And of course, I do some summer designs as well. But these are sort of like my Christmas mugs or bottles for other artists. And also, when we scroll down here, we've got by category. So we're going Christmas clip art, birthday clip art, Halloween, and bridal. So the wedding clip art, guys, is something that I really don't really relate to it as much. But sort of, I started creating wedding clip art because it was simply in season. It was a trend, and I've sold quite a few, but it's not something I particularly love. I have so much wedding clip art. I'll just quickly show you that I simply didn't even get around to uploading it because I simply, well, I don't really have that kind of like sort of like a feeling towards it. But I've got loads of lovely brides that I know these would sell fantastically because I was asked on Etsy about them, but I'm simply focusing on things that make me happy. And but guys, if you like any of this, please let me know, and I would be very happy to talk to you about this. I also have other wedding clip art, for example, because obviously now we are June 2023, we are in a wedding season, and I know I should have started adding it to my Etsy store in March, but I wasn't even on Etsy yet because I'm very new. So I've got these wonderful cell animations as well, guys. So if you like any of them, please let me know when we can. I will be happy if they are used. So this is called cell animation. So as I said, like my clip art is watercolor, pencil drawing, and it's cell animation. So yeah, so my favorite is Christmas. I've got loads of Christmas ones, as you can see, these little penguins, which I love. Um, and obviously Halloween is a big one for me, so I will have quite a lot of Halloween. Maybe just trying to organize myself in here. So this is some Halloween porch. This is just some very, very simple clip arts that I've done. My recent ones, of course, I've got loads in mugs because I've been focusing on sort of like physical designs mainly for mugs this month. But as I mentioned in a previous tip, you can actually repurpose any of these for sort of like seasonal graphics, and for different graphics, t-shirts, bags, whatever takes your fancy. So there's actually no limit to what you can do with one graphic. But yeah, so for me, Christmas season and Halloween season is a big one. Again, if you want to sort of take a look at what kind of things you can create video graphics, I do have this Canva tutorials on my channel. This playlist is called Canva tutorials, guys, so head over there. I will also add the link to it here. And yeah, let's go over to tip number 4. Welcome back, guys, to tip number 4. And number 4 is all about continuous learning and experimentation, guys. So with things like the whole this AI technology, as amazing as it is, it's evolving rapidly. If you just take ChatGPT, now the original free version is ChatGPT 3.4, 3.5, sorry. Then I am now on ChatGPT 4, and we are also expecting ChatGPT 5 to be released around October, November 2023. And people are already, there's of course a lot of negativity around it. People are scared that it will stand for something called AGI, which stands for Artificial General Intelligence, which means that people are worried that they'll have these powers, that the chat will have these powers, similar to human. I am sort of like really excited about all this. I do believe that there's no such thing as bad AI. I believe there is such a thing as bad people. So that's something that we've always dealt with. And I think it's also important to embrace this technology and leverage it to your potential. Now, obviously, many people join Midjourney, an application like this, just to play around with it. Many people join to create tutorials like this. And some people, like myself, are trying also to make a business out of it. It's not easy, guys. I have to say, it's not easy. I do like to follow people who do this on, for example, Etsy. There's some amazing accounts I'm not going to mention, but they are very honest about these graphics being AI. But it's obvious that there's a massive team in this company, and they are able to process and edit so many graphics a day, and they are also putting the price very low. But literally, their library is like 900 different graphics, and I simply, because I'm just me, I don't have that capacity to do it. So sort of like I'm taking things very slowly because I do get really overwhelmed. It's 8,000 plus library, guys, and I'm not talking about my other laptops. So it's very important to like leverage your time. So how much time do you have in a day? I also sort of am battling bad health, so I need to pace myself. So what I'm doing, I'm sort of like in my work, I'm leveraging AI, chat gpt, to sort of plan my day. So let's say that if I'm sort of like having videos to record like this, I sort of use it for topic discussions. But that will be another tutorial, which I'm really looking forward to. I'll create a tutorial on how I'm leveraging ChatGPT in my work and in my day-to-day life. But I do use ChatGPT 4 as my personal time management coach, because I do come from a coaching background and sort of like a mental health background. So I sort of like am teaching ChatGPT on how to sort of like help me manage my time. But again, that's another tutorial for another time. But you know what, guys? Like the other day, I got an email from ChatGPT, like, how would I feel if ChatGPT 3.5, the free version, was paid for? So I would be very sad. If you guys, I know you're not going to ever see this video, but if you guys are going to make us pay for it, I would be sad. But of course, like I'm now on paid version, testing it out, see sort of like, what's the difference. Anyway, I'm going off topic. So back to learning and constantly developing yourself. I believe in self-development because again of the background that I come from. So this is the same thing. If I want to stay on top of things despite having 8,000 plus library, I still need and want to see what's going on, what other people are creating, what is new in Midjourney 5.2. Now, I don't have a subscription, but I will. So I want to be prepared, and I don't want to spend all my time learning when actually I do subscribe. So I sort of belong to like three big Midjourney groups on Facebook, and I'm constantly in it and commenting and liking other people's stuff, and I'm learning. So I know, for example, that in Midjourney 5.2 they have this thing where we can zoom in and zoom out. So that's really good because so many times we have cut off heads, and otherwise it would be a perfect image, but we just have that cut off. So now you can zoom in, zoom out. Reviews are sort of like but we'll see what happens next, and where all this is going. So yes, constant learning, constant development. Of course, it helps when you have that passion for it. If you are just in it for the money, I don't think it's going to work because well, at the moment, I don't know anyone who makes a lot of money out of it. I think it's, for most of us, it's a passion. But I'm hoping now I'm going to be adding a page to my website where I will sort of like offer to work with clients and create images right for them. So if this is something that you're interested in, please hit me up. So yeah, so constantly experimenting, constantly learning, constantly trying out new things, and constantly testing the boundaries of this AI, but of course, in a good way. So guys, for me, this is a given. I don't even think about constant learning and testing and experimenting, but this is a big tip for me if you don't already do this. Guys, thank you, and let's go on to the next tip. Hey guys, and welcome to the last tip of today, tip number 5, and how to use your AI images in a vast amount of ways, from marketing to social media to creating banners for your website to mailing customers on your list. So there's literally unlimited use for your AI graphics. So guys, of course, when you are working with AI tools such as Midjourney or other applications that you prefer, um obviously the images that it gives out are very raw, so they need to be edited, and no matter how you look at it, they need to be edited. There are some people who are trying to get away with selling them as they are, and I've seen these on Etsy, but they're already starting to get quite a bad reviews. So you really need to spend time on these graphics, depending of course on what you're going to be using them for or how you want to sell them. But yes, you need additional program. So a couple of programs that I use are Canva. Canva is very, very simple to work with. I've been with them for years. And to be honest, the first year was on a free subscription, which gave me everything I needed. I did a lot of designs with them. Since I've joined Midjourney, I did have professional account because it gives you additional tools such as background remover and many other tools. Now they do have some cute AI options as well, but yeah, I think it's far away from let's say Midjourney. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. So yes, Canva would be my sort of, if you want to something simple, would be my way to go. I also have a lot of tutorials on Canva, so you can have a look at my playlist called Canva tutorials. So subscribe now and head over to that list now so you can start learning about Canva. But what I'm using with the professional account, we obviously get these features like you go to apps and you go the content planner, which is fantastic. I use it as a diary. You've got so many things, and especially you can organize your files. So that's something, as you know, I do like to be quite organized. So if I'm going to, where is my back to home, and I'm going to my projects. So you can see here, I have all my folders, all my files, literally like endless organization. So guys, like if you are working with a library like 8,000 images, you do need to be very, very organized. And again, Canva is fantastic at not just helping you be organized, but it's also fantastic for like helping you create lovely images. So here, for example, I was doing something for my website. So you can find these images on my website. So I was sort of like categorizing my products, my AI products on my website. Then for example, for Etsy, I'm creating some of the Mockups like this, so playing around with it, beautiful backgrounds. Um, so basically, yes, Canva can be used for a variety of ways. Then I'm also using AppScaler. So the AppScaler that I like for my AI graphics is this one. So create.pixelcut.ai. I like this one. I know there are so many other ones. You've seen me using this in so many of my tutorials. So I like this one. And I like using ChatGPT. Also, ChatGPT helps me brainstorm ideas. But ChatGPT 4, guys, I found the 3.5 very flowery. It's also still amazing, but I do prefer ChatGPT 4. And as I said, I can't wait for ChatGPT 5. So that's another tool that I'm utilizing. Let's have a look at how I'm sort of like showcasing my graphics. So, for example, I did this banner through Canva. I'm going to sort of maybe change it into something more AI. For example, I have this fun thing because I did my first tutorial on for Udemy. It hasn't been publicized yet, but they told me my first cover was. So I created the the cover of the course as a sort of like a what I would do for YouTube. So it's like a lot of text, no images on it. And he told me, well, you need to change it. You need to change the image. And so I did this with Canva again, so it's got my mockups, it's got my cups, and it's got this cool AI, which I really love. So, Canva does allow you to be very, very creative and use your graphics and showcase your graphics in the best way possible. So these are my AI generated arts on the Mac because that's what the course is focusing on. And this is AI, so I quite like it. But as I said, I'm still waiting to see whether it's going to be okay or not. So yeah, guys. So literally, then the Canva had this feature for social media, but I can't find it today. But there's a video in my playlist on this, how to sort of create all your social media at once. So if you are interested in that, guys, go and look for that video. But yeah, there's so many features that you can do. So obviously, social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, you just add your pictures. Literally, they have templates that you can choose from, and then just add your own graphics. Yeah, so there's just literally unlimited amount of banners, email marketing campaigns. You can create cards, documents, and Canva can also print physical products for us. So that's another videos on this topic that I've created in my Canva tutorials that you can take a look through. Yeah, if you whether you're working with POD company or you are using directly Canva. Again, I'm not associated with Canva in any way, guys. So I really use Canva for everything. So my Midjourney is used with Canva, and then I'm using that upscaler and I'm using ChatGPT. So that's my sort of leveraging my AI technology with the current technology, guys. So I hope that you enjoyed this tip number 5, and thank you so much for watching. Now, I would really, really love to hear from you and what you find useful about my channel or what you would find useful. So I want to create content that actually resonates with you, that gives you more. As you can see, I'm also sort of like considering myself as a beginner stages, so I'm not this kind of big professional, because of course you can't be. You can't say you've been doing this for years, because AI technology has only been around for since November 2024 22, and that's ChatGPT. Midjourney was with us longer, but of course, the original stages were very, very well, I don't want to say bad, but yeah, well, it's very different now, what we can create now to what we were able to create 6 months ago. Guys, so thank you so much. Please do subscribe to my channel. It really helps me to create amazing content for you, useful content. And as I said, I am learning also from you. So, please let me know what you would like to see more of. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.